society. So if you gonna take hip hop and take it to the Grammys, of course you're gonna expect the white person to win.
It just becomes an issue. I feel when we get overlooked.
Been in the culture, but black people are the
Pretty much how I feel about, I guess you could say, people of Caucasian descent in hip hop culture. I feel as if you want to, if somebody of that descent wants to be in hip hop culture, which is originally black, which is black history and culture, you have to uphold the values and foundations of hip hop culture. You can't take a sound and make it your own and call it hip hop. That's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a sound that's been with the culture for generations and years and centuries and turn it into something that you created, like, and then get Grammys off of it. Like, this is a white society, so you're gonna take hip hop and take it to the Grammys. Of course you're gonna expect the white person to win a Grammy because it's white privilege, you know what I'm saying? It's a white privilege society. So it's kinda backwards. You know, it's backwards. So if a black person make good hip hop in this society, and a white person make all right hip hop in society, and they get a Grammy versus the us, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say us because we're in this game too. You know what I'm saying? This could happen to us, and that's not fair because we already in a white privileged society where we're already at a disadvantage. So I really don't advocate that, honestly. I don't rock with that. I don't rock with that because it's like desaturating our culture. So
I kind of disagree because white people was in the beginning. The hip hop culture was founded in the South Bronx, and it wasn't just black people. It was Asian people, it was Spanish people, and it was also disadvantaged white people. So the culture's been built. It's not even just, you know what I'm saying, even though it sounds, you know, like African music based, African based culture, you know what I mean, the rhythm and the style. But as far as, white people have been in the beginning. Where it becomes an issue is when I feel like certain white artists, knowledge what? It's the truth. White artists, it was white graffiti artists, white breakdancers, there was white taggers, there was white graffiti artists. It just becomes an issue when it becomes an issue when the outside, the Grammys and this whole thing,
that becomes an issue.
Tends to bring in or to uplift the Caucasian artists more than the black artists.
That's what I'm having an issue with. Yeah.
And that's the issue. I can't really necessarily if only way I'm gonna have a problem with a white person as far as hip hop and rap music goes is if they start to belittle the culture and they start to, you know, say things like the N-word or different derogatory things that they really don't have any idea about. They obviously didn't grow up being called certain names. They didn't grow up in certain situations. But white people have been in the culture for a long time. It just becomes an issue, I feel, when we get overlooked. That's my issue. That's really like,
white people have been in the culture, but black people are the originators. So and that's first and foremost. That's what's most important. So it's birthed out of black struggle. And since everybody can relate to, since all colors and creeds can relate to it on some sort of level, it resonates with everybody. Hip hop is music. Music is a universal language. So my question is more of a question for me is, do you respect it enough to really create and give your all to it? And when you're creating, you know what I'm saying, do you make it for profit, you know, for gain? Because it's no different from a white person doing that than a black person doing that. But it's just a black person having a white face. A white person having a black face, basically. It's like if a black artist does it, it's basically the same thing if a white person come along and do it. It just, since America's majority white people, they're going to be lifted up. You know, of course they're going to be lifted up because it's like that represents them. Of course.
Exactly.
Also, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? But there's a book by Dr. Franz Fanon called Black Face, White Mask, and it kind of speaks on that. You know what I'm saying? It speaks on the fact that for black people, we're in a society where we try to be so much like white people, where we try to kind of lose sight of ourselves, where certain things aren't as important to us. For example, like he used the comparison between the NAACP awards and the Grammys, I believe, where we all as a black culture, we felt as if a certain person didn't get a Grammy, but they won an NAACP award, and we devalued that more than we devalued that versus if she would have won a Grammy, we would have felt more proud of her. You know what I'm saying? If she would have upholded a Caucasian standard of music or art, you know what I mean? And so in that respect, he came to the conclusion that the only fate for the black man is white.
Cause you got some white artists in the game, you know, I don't even really listen to dudes like Macklemore and all of them. You know, I think a lot of music is corny in my opinion, but
I think so too.
But if we gonna keep it real, I can't say Macklemore personally is disrespecting the culture at all.
Yeah.
He's not appropriating it at all, because his last single had Kumo D, Busy B, you know what I'm saying, and Grandmaster Caz, I believe, and those are founding fathers of rap culture. So, you know what I mean, it's not necessarily an issue up until you have all these, like I said, these academies trying to, you know, like, so majority of the country is going to take this artist and put them on a certain pedestal, you know what I mean, even though we were the originators, but that's just, I don't know, man, it's thick, bro, it's lit.
It's a lot.
It's thick.
It's a lot.
Kind of just going with Ephriam said, the important part, like most things here in America and in general in popular culture, it was black people are the originators for. And part of the problems that we're facing now as black people, one of the main ones is cultural appropriation. It's white people making money off of this black culture that was birthed from our struggle and culturally appropriating. I don't care what race you are. If you're dope, you're dope. If you make good music, it's good music. But at the same time, you always have to, you know, you get kicked out of university if you don't cite your sources. So cite your sources.
Like Macklemore, Eminem, them MCs do it a lot. You know what I mean? They cite their sources. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, because it's like, you can be a white man. It just depends on if you respecting the culture or not. To me, you know what I mean. If you respect and you know who
if you dope,
people who originated this, and if you're dope, you're dope. But as soon as you start disrespecting it and not acknowledging where it came from, then that's when you get the revolt. So you gotta get out of here.
So then you have the issue of what is disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like people have different perspectives of what disrespect. He may do something that he may not feel is disrespectful, but you may feel disrespectful.
If a white MC got on the record and was just starting to just say crazy shit, like the N-word and all that crazy shit. And
white actors do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you know what I'm saying? White actors say N-word in movies all the time. You know what I'm saying?
No, not all the time, and it depends on the context of the movie, because it could be a historical movie. I've never seen Tom Hanks get on a movie and be like, nigga.
I'm talking about movies.
His son.
I'm talking about movies such as that.
And that's a different situation. His son is crazy.
I'm talking about movies such as The Hangover Part 3. What else? Good Will Hunt.
Well, then that's an issue.
It's always an issue, and I feel there was a debate on FAMU campus talking about should the N-word be removed from artists.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean, but you know, at the same time, we're still on topic for one, as in white.
No,
This guy, we always
it's deeper than that. It's deeper than rap,
you know,
because this shit is like
it's. I understand, but you know, rap, you know, hip hop, our culture, you know. Art, you know, acting is it's a universal kind of art, but you know, hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop.
It's all, to me, it's all really just a matter of, do they respect it?
Yes.
You know, there's a level of respect that has to be there, because we have enough of our own, you know, cooning, you know, for some money.
Yeah.
We got enough of that already. You know what I'm saying? So for it just adds fuel to the fire. You see a white person doing the same shit a cooning that a black person doing, and it's just a level of disrespect.
Like a Slim Jesus ass nigga. Like that's the type of shit that get you killed. Some G shit. If I see, you know what I mean, that's the type of shit I get you robbed up to the point where you get you bodied, because you can't just be coming in here and these young niggas, these young little white or whatever who it is, they lucky this ain't like 1984, bro, coming on the block saying that crazy shit, because they get dealt with. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, it's about respect. It's about respect. And that just, I feel like certain music like that like he said, bro, it's too much cooling for this shit to just keep. You know what I mean? This is too much of that shit.
And it's like taking advantage of the chaos.
Right.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Mic, like,
we not getting no awards, we not getting no respect, but we create the dopest music. But yeah, we're the most overlooked. You know what I'm saying? So point where it's like, man, black people need to shut the fuck up and make their own fucking Grammy, make their own goddamn award show. That's gonna be and straight up.
And you know what? And that's what I'm trying to. That's what
it's
psychology
tough,
and the psychological matter
because of the things that are in place.
It would never, it would never be that way because we will not value ourselves as much as we will value an Emmy, or Oscar, or a Grammy, and that's just so sad. That's so sad. That's where it has to end. It has to change from. It has to change not from that point, but it has to change within us first. Don said, "Know your worth." And once we know our worth, we will put more worth into the things we produce. It's a give and go. It's a, you know what I'm saying, by universal law, you cannot get back from the universe the things that you put. You cannot put something into the universe and expect not to get nothing back from it. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take. You know what I'm saying? So once we give ourselves that worth and that respect, we will manifest and push out something that is of worth to us.
But the only thing is like a lot of us know better. You know, there's a lot of us that know better.
Yeah,
and it's an ongoing struggle of
pretend to look cool.
Black music and cultural identity. You know what I'm saying? Identity. Like we start feeling when we start seeing too many white faces in any place. You know, we start feeling like
it's gentrification.
Right. It's about that time for a takeover. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what music, that's what land, that's what, you know, you name it. So it's that rebellion that people have. It's a lot of people feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gotta prove, you know, why. You got to prove that you're for the culture. You got to prove that. But a lot of us not doing it. But it's like you got to prove because you in particular are known for invasion and taking over. Right. You know, and appropriation at the end of the day.
But
so
my thing is you just gotta respect it, man. Because I can never. If you dope, you dope. If you doing it and you respect the culture, because like I said, there was white people out here tagging the streets, breakdancing, all across the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So and they respect it because we think about it globally. You know what I'm saying? It's just America, it seemed like, because in China, motherfucking Amsterdam, motherfuckers
love hip hop. They are
love it, bro.
New Zealand, Australia,
all them places love it, man.
but they have that right to be free. Think about where you at.
What is freedom?
Yeah, freedom is
It's not white supremacy.
that's a whole different. That's a whole different.
Now we're really
That's a whole different. You
Now
feel me?
really
We could go like on so many tangents on this topic.
But yeah, for example, that's what we do. Yeah. Rap with the spice, everything got a flavor. Hey. Nice with the rice, everybody eating staples. And if everybody got the paper, nobody grateful. So really everybody's broke mentally, right? Tell me when I'm wrong, tell me when I'm gone. Give me my flowers when I'm gone, then I'm grown too. So the grown man got a grown man, no growing pains. Got a circle with the cipher so the devil can't play me. Even if she fine, get no juice to the lady. Unless we friends, when the feature gotta play me. Got the Mercedes. Me, I like my rice yellow with the gravy. Stay in my city for the night. See how we living on the side. And if you with that, then you can retweet that. Tell me why you love me and believe that. So anywhere I'm going, yeah, you can come too. So long as I approve. And my baby boo too. Got the rap in my jeans, got the flavor in my seats. Life is but a dream, but the dream feel lucid. Everybody insane, down my music. Got the Mickey Mouse keys, everybody else goofy. Black George Lucas, so my life is a movie. Electric pick, 0 stacks, the hell with that. The real is back, my skin is black, my heart is gold. I'm on the road, trying to get me a stack. So I can change this rap and say I got me a stack. And my mind is on the money, but I'm never attached. Yo, wave high to the building. Had to do it one time for my nigga etiquette.